So I have it on good authority that there is a potential bug when updating from 1.20.1 to 1.20.2 or possibly later, which potentially completely breaks the end. So we're going to see what happens when we jump into OrgelCraft together. So far, so good. However, we're in the end. So, we shall jump out of the end and hope that we don't get a respawning Ender Dragon when we come back. Well, let's see what happens. Well, I don't see obsidian pillars reforming. There's no dragon hotbar. Looks like we are good to go. So we are now in Minecraft 1.20.4. And that's very important for one big reason. We can add all of the 1.21 blocks to our game. So if we grab some tuff, and we grab some copper, we should now have a whole bunch of new things that we can make. And this is what I want right here, the copper grate. Hello everyone, Yensid Organist here, and welcome to another episode of OrgelCraft. Hope you guys are having a great day today. Yeah, so we're here. We're sort of in 1.21. I figured if the hermits can do it, so can I. Yeah, so I am very excited about playing around with the new blocks. I think they're going to be a really nice addition to some of what we've got here in the end. But what I really wanted to do in the last episode, and of course this is probably going to make a mess when I do this, but I wanted to take some of these out of here, and then we're going to place the copper grating in there, and of course I have no good way to pillar up. So we'll just stack up here real quick. I gotta go a little bit higher. And then we can place that down there. Now, I want this to oxidize, so that we can have, you know, kind of the similar color to the prismarine. I think this is going to look so good here. So, yeah, we're going to make that change. I need a lot more copper. And obviously we'll need some of it oxidized, which is okay. But, yeah, very excited to play around with that. But we have a lot of things to do in this episode, starting with finishing off our storage system, at least finishing off this part here, with all of the bulk items that need to get sorted. So, I'm going to get to work on that, and I will bring you back when that is done. Welcome back, everyone. The bulk storage section is now complete. Mostly. I still need to reroute the hopper lines over there, but we will get to that. I found my LA friend. He had wandered way down into the void, and so we had to make a daring rescue. If you're going to be hanging out with me, you need a name. So let's call you Ford. There you go. Now, listen, Ford. I need you to not break my system. So while I appreciate that you are carrying around this cyan terracotta block, I need you to carry something that you're not going to throw at me and break my whole system before it's ready to go. So I'm going to take that, and I want you to just hold on to a book. Can you handle that? Okay, good. All right, so that out of the way, you can see I've also got the decoration done here. I still haven't figured out everything that I want to store in this area, but I think I'm going to save that until once the system is actually complete. But I can show you. So we do have the item distribution system. So we throw shulker boxes in here. We throw loose items in there. And then down here we have the shulker box unloader, which you can kind of see shulker boxes get dispensed here. The hopper minecart pulls them out and then into this whole system, which then brings it around, sends it up into the system. The nice thing about this is actually self-stocking when it comes to shulker boxes now. So, for every single one of these bulk sorters, there is a dropper, or not a dropper, yes, a dropper and a hopper that is full of shulker boxes. So that's 14 for every one of these. There's 64. Plus, then, of course, I had to fill the hopper line that runs over top of that, and several chests here. We're not going to talk about how many thousands of shulker boxes that is. Anyway, yeah, so we are now fully stocked. But the nice thing about this system is that, like, if I start taking things out, any shulker boxes that I put in here, you know, so let's say, you know, I have a shulker box here, I use it up, it gets thrown over here. The next shulker box that I stick in here will be recycled into the system so that I never have to jump in and add another shulker box to it. Theoretically, hopefully, I think the likelihood that I would ever get to that point is fairly small. But yeah, so that is that all done. And so now we just need to start working on the wings. So I still am not completely decided on whether or not I want one or two of the multi-item sorters. I need to go back and check the original. I think that I'm just going to do one of the multi-item. I think there's enough bays in that I can make it work with the items that I would want to sort there. I think in the video they said it can sort up to 2,000 items, or more than 2,000 different items. So I think we'll be good with that. And then go from there. So yeah, so I am going to get working on finishing the rest of the storage here, and I'll see you when it's finished. Welcome back, everyone. So the multi-item sorter is finished, and I wanted to bring you guys in before I did the rest of this, just to kind of show this off and also to test it out. So, I believe that I have done everything correctly. I have put all of the things in all of the places that they need to be. There should be items in there. And then, of course, I have gone through and filled all of our... I'm pretty sure this entire thing is wrong. Let's see. That's our item filter, which should have all of the shears. The hopper going into it should have one snowball in the second spot. And I'm pretty sure this should have 2 snowballs in it. 1 second. Okay, that's fixed. So, everything should be all set. Now, I'm going to make a confession to you guys. In the schematic, these regular rails were all curved. I tried everything I could think of to get these rails to place correctly. I looked at a bunch of different videos on YouTube on how to do this. Nothing that I tried worked. I tried using easy place mode from the schematic, which should place things in their proper state, That didn't work. So I broke down and used a debug stick because I was going insane with this thing. And because this is a technical build and I don't completely understand how it works, I didn't want to mess with anything in case there's a timing-related thing to how fast the minecart goes. So, yeah. So that's that. Yeah, I don't jump into creative to do things, but this was absolutely necessary. So we did that. All right. So everything is set. So I am ready to give this a test. So if we come in here and we take, let's take one black wool and switch it out. So that filter should now be in place. So if we come over here to the input chest, which is this right here, if I throw this in there, it should set our whole system in motion. We should see the minecart go off. Okay, it is going. That is good. It's going to come along here. And then when it gets over here, it should... Where did it go? Where did it go? There it is. It should have picked up items, and now it is looping back around. Whoops. And if we check this chest... Excellent, there is nothing in here. Then the minecart should come back, and it should dump all of those out, which should then all be filtering down into here. Yes, it is. It does, in fact, appear to be working. And then when that is empty... the system should reset. And I think it loops around one more time to return the filter item. Right, there's a waiting period down at the end while the hopper clock goes. And then it should come back along this way and drop right to there. Okay. And then we should see 62. Okay, there's probably one stuck up in the... There's probably one somewhere. Yeah, okay. Yep. So that would be fine, because then it would be locked by that. But yes, that's it. That is everything accounted for. And then if we go back here, we should see our black wool in there. Fantastic. So I am now going to switch that back, because that's not what's going to go there ultimately. I also need to go grab... Where did that go? Where did that go? Did it end up dropping down? It did not. Where was that? I'm confused. Oh, it's in there. There we go. Okay, yeah. Because I think there is... That one should be locked. I think? I have no idea. But, anyway... I mean, obviously, it must be locked if nothing was dropping out of it. So, okay. So I think we are good to go. And now all that's left is to get the rest of the sorters in place. It is finished! Woohoo! Oops, as I faceplant. Well, it's mostly finished. The technical aspect of the build is done. So over here we have all of the rest of our storage, our multi-item sorters, all done here, and then all of the rest of the standard filters along here. Had to get a little bit creative in the corner, so you'll notice we have some hoppers up there, but there doesn't appear to be anything below them. Well, I had to punch through the wall a little bit to get this to fit, which is fine. We can cover that up pretty well. We've done that before. But then I had this little bit of extra space right here, and I didn't really want it to go to waste. And so I tucked the 3 extra filters here, and then they just all run down into those chests. So that is all done, and this is just hiding all of the mechanics. But I have also been starting to work on replacing the floor with the copper grating, and I'm liking how that is all coming along. As you can see, we have some that is in a more advanced state. However, it's still not to its final oxidized state. This is all just weathered. I think it's going to look really nice when all is said and done, but yeah, it's probably going to take a while because, of course, I'm oxidizing this in the worst way possible by having every block stuck right next to its, right next to copper blocks. So I'm not really fussed about that. We will, yeah, we'll just keep working on that. I'm running very short on copper, so I'm definitely going to need to go and farm some more in the near future. I've got to figure out how to get an auto clicker working for that so I can do a little bit of AFKing over there so that we can actually use this copper farm. What the? Ford? What? Where? What did you? The Encyclopedia Galactica? Ford, I don't have time to read this. I have a storage system to build. Where did you even find this? Alright, well, okay. I guess, Ford has brought us some reading. So, yeah, no, we're not reading the Encyclopedia Galactica right now. Anyway, yes, copper farming. Yeah. One other thing I did want to show you here is I have removed the lower line. Well, I haven't removed. I have rerouted the shulker refilling line down underneath the floor. And, oh, I still need to put composters on top of that. I wonder if I have any more composters. I was building that whole thing up, and I realized that I actually had a problem with the system. And that was that the way this dropper elevator works is that it works off of a comparator signal from down here and then pushes the items. The problem with that is it's reading the signal from where you have items coming in. The problem is this line, this hopper up here at the top is going to be full. And so what I did was just did a little bit of a comparator here. So we are reading the signal of what is in this hopper on top, and if that's full, it matches the redstone block here, and then it activates this line, which basically locks this clock so that nothing can be pushed up through. Then when, when a shulker comes out here, then it unlocks this so that it can send things back up through the system. And I know it's a really simple thing, but I'm really kind of proud of myself that I was able to work that out. So, anyway, all right, that is all good for now. So, next thing we need is we need to finish the decorations on this. So, I'm not gonna work on figuring all the sorting out in this episode. I might start doing a little bit, but I definitely need to figure out what I want as far as decor. Mostly, I need a roof. So, yeah, so I'm going to get to designing that, and yeah, once I have an idea of what I want, I'll bring you guys back and show you what we're working on. Okay, I have got some blocks ready to go, and let's just do one little section of this so that I can show you what I'm thinking. So we're going to do prismarine stair there, and I think that I want to do one of the chiseled tough blocks in there. I think what I'd maybe like to try is putting that there, and I'm wondering how that works with the With the cyan terracotta. What about the other one? Let's try that in there. I'm not sure about that. We shall revisit that. Anyway, I actually need to be up there, so let's just pop up real quick. And then, oh look, an endermite. So then we're gonna bring this down along here like that, and then of course we'll put our stairs there. And then for the next layer, I want to do 2 layers of deep slate tile slab. So we're going to put that along like this. And then for the middle, oh, I can't place that. We'll go like that. Of course, now I can't get up there, so we'll just do that. And then we're going to take the gray concrete across 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, just like that. And then bring it over there. Fill that in, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Yep. So that's going to go like that. And then for this middle section, we're going to do lighting there and there. And then for a little bit of an accent, we're going to do purple glazed terracotta like that and like that. And here comes the endermite to get me. Apparently I didn't kill it. Okay. What did I do? Oh, that's supposed to be at the half slab level. That's supposed to be like that. Okay. So this whole thing is now a block too high. Okay, well, we'll just, again, this is just kind of showing what I'm thinking for the build. So we'll just fill that in, and then we'll do that, and that, and that, and that, and then I'm thinking to put iron trap doors as a cover to that. And then, of course, we will fill this in on the other side. Let me clean this up real quick. All right, so there that is. Now, I do want to pop up there real quick and see what we can do about a little bit of an archway in between. So I think that, I don't know if I want that lower. Let's go lower. And then up here we will do some chiseled tuff. And then that's going to be down at this level, I think. Let's see here. I definitely don't like that. I think that maybe, and I think this is a little busy. So I think let's scrap that, and then let's put this all up at this level. Ooh, I like that. Yeah, I like that. I think that looks good. Yeah, and then the only thing I wonder is whether or not we need, like another slab. Let's see. I think that we can do... Oh, I've run out of tuff. Where did I put all my tuff? There it is. Okay, if we put this in here, we could do a... Coastlines and Fjords by Slarty Bartfast? Ford, where do you keep coming up with these books? I mean, this one's a little more apropos because, you know, I am making a fjord in part of this world, but get your season straight, Ford. This is space season, not fjord season, even though we just did that a few episodes ago. Anyway, now that I've been distracted by Ford once again, let's try, what if we do a little bit of polished tuff there and there as a little bit of a transition. Oh, I like that. And then the only other thing that I'm thinking, actually, now that I see that, I'm thinking two things about the stairs, and I'm thinking of possibly using some weathered copper instead of the prismarine, but I don't want to replace all of that prismarine. So I wonder what happens if we do that. I think that might be nice. And then the other thing that I'm kind of thinking is maybe just doing trap doors there instead. Yeah, I think this looks good. So then obviously we would need to replicate all of that all the way along. Yeah, so I'm going to get to work on that. And I guess I'll bring you guys back when this is finished. Welcome back, everyone. It's quite the view of the completed storage system from the outside. But as you can see, we are completely finished. Everything is done. All of the copper is oxidized, and Ford has brought me another book. What did you bring me this time? The Pan-Galactic Gargle Blaster Recipe Book. Okay, while I acknowledge that after a project of this magnitude, a drink might be in order, if I wanted something that would make my brain ooze out of my ears, I'd just read a book of Vogon poetry. Anyway, another one to add to the collection here. Yes, so our system is fully complete. I did an AFK session overnight, so I was able to get all of the copper to fully oxidize, and I am really happy with how this whole thing looks. And yeah, very satisfied with how the project has turned out. Now, I just went through so that it could look finished. I went through and just filled in all of the blocks up here with the cyan terracotta. Those will get replaced with the actual blocks that are going into all of the different storage chests, but that's something that I will be working on later. I don't know if we'll get to that in this episode or not, because I've got a few more things that I want to get done first, so that's not exactly the highest priority. But, yeah, that's something we will be continuing to work on. So, with that all finished, the next part of this process that I want to get done is the outer hallways here. So, if I can land up here, and I cannot. Alright, that's fine. Yeah, so we have the starboard side hallway, which just ends right there, and I kind of have a bit of a truncated path to the storage system, and then the other side where we actually had to tear the hallway out to get everything to fit. I think what I want to do is I want to finish these hallways. So how this is going to work is these hallways are going to lead directly into the two outer wings of the storage system, and I think I might put a door in there of some kind. I have an idea. We'll see if I can actually make that idea work. And then the central corridor of the storage system is actually going to be accessed from the hangar bay. So the hangars will be open on both sides, and then there will be an entryway in from there. Probably not getting to that today because I don't know what I want to do with the hangar bays just yet. So I'm going to get these hallways finished, and in the meantime, we're going to head back to the overworld to take care of a project that is long overdue. Welcome back to the Patreon village. So I am overdue on adding to Morodim's build here. In this little village, Morodym has been a patron of mine since December of 2022. And patrons of this channel get a one-chunk build every 6 months of support. So obviously Morodym had hit her third. So you get one when you become a patron, and then every 6 months after that. So we built this A-frame house. a little over a year ago. Then the next build was this little flower and tool shed right there. And then for the third build, I have added a cave/mine. Apparently I didn't put that flower back down. Yeah, so Morodym is huge on caving and, maybe not caving, but grinding out resources and mining and all of that. So I thought a mine entrance would be appropriate here. So we kind of carved this into the hillside, and then you can see all of the support pillars that have been built in here. We've got some ores. We've got a little bit of everything, all of the different veins of materials that you will find. And as, of course, we start going deeper, obviously we're not fully underground, but I wanted to decorate with some other blocks in here. And then, of course, we have a ladder that goes way down into the depths of the build. So, Morodym, there you go, your third build. Thank you so much for your support of this channel and the work that I do here. And yeah, anyone else, if you would like to have a build added to this area, it's $5 a month to be a patron, and you can visit patreon.com/YensidOrganist, and you can find all the information for supporting both this channel and my main channel of organ music. But if we take a look, there is our village, looking really nice. All right, let's go back to the end and get the storage system finished up. Ah, the Indomitable hangs in the sky of the end, much in the same way that bricks don't. So we make our way down this ridiculously long hallway, through several turns, and we arrive at a door. Now, I'm not sure about the block for the door. I thought that iron blocks would look really nice. I'm no longer completely convinced, and I'll show you what I mocked up on the other side as another possibility. But yeah, so we have a tileable 3-high door. This was designed by Mumbo Jumbo, and just a really snazzy door, and I like the way that it leads into our storage system. And then if we fly down here, you can see we've got the door on the other side as well. And if we hit this button here, opens up. And then I was playing around with a different option on this one, kind of to give it like a feel like it's opening diagonally, even though it doesn't. I'm not sure about this. I kind of like the idea of something with connected texture, but it looked a little flat, so I don't know. But yeah, so there's the door, and we are all finished. Now, obviously, I haven't gotten into sorting. I started making up a list of all the different blocks and items in Minecraft, and, well, yeah. Oh, good. Here comes Ford. What have you brought me this time? The Best of Vogon Poetry, Volume 1. You know, probably should have seen that coming. Okay, you know what? I thought you holding books would be a good idea. Clearly, I was wrong. So, you've lost your librarian status, and I'm going to give you something much more important to hold. You are going to be the keeper of my towel, okay? So, yeah, gotta make sure you have your towel with you at all times. I tell ya, good help is so hard to find. Guys, I think that is going to do it for this episode. I know it's a week late. Did I show you this before? I can't remember if I did or not. I did a map art decoration of an outline of the Indomitable. Didn't realize that the void color was the same color as stone, or very similar to it, but I think it looks really nice. I don't know what these green dots are. I don't have any armor stands down here, and there's only one of me. So not really sure what that is. But anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. If you did, please be sure to give it a like and share it with your friends. If you haven't already, I would encourage you to subscribe and make sure you click that little notification bell so you can stay up to date on all my latest posts. Be sure to follow me on social media. Thanks for watching, and don't panic.